Well, we're back home on Cavoo from the 2022 Annapolis Sailboat Show, and we are exhausted and broke. There was a lot of parties.
Oh yeah. A lot of parties, a lot of walking.
A lot of boat tours.
It was just a fun day. Well, we were there, what, 4 days? Yeah. Yeah, 4 days of nothing but boats.
Pretty much nonstop.
Met a bunch of people, met some of you guys. We hung out with all the YouTube channels. There were 50 YouTube channels that were there milling around and socializing, and we had a great time.
Actually, I heard 54.
54?
I thought I counted 50, but I heard for somebody else there's 54.
Yeah. Rocking our Dark Angel koozie.
Yeah, because we were in a booth with them.
Yeah.
Thanks for the koozie.
We swapped koozies.
Yeah.
Some of you guys got the Cavoo koozies, I'm sure. So
we did a lot of shopping.
Yeah, so we did a pre-show, basically what we were looking for, video before we left, and I'll put a link up here if you want to check it out if you haven't seen it already. But we're just going to kind of run down the list of things that we were looking for and what we found. First of all, the stuff that we bought at, we didn't pay exactly retail because some of them were show specials, but we bought all this. This is not a sponsored endorsement of anything. So you can take it for what it is.
Okay, so let's get on with it. Number one, solar panels.
Yeah, weren't that many solar panels at the show, and it's we're working this problem of getting off the dock, and it's all about power and water, and the solar panels are kind of the last thing in the equation. So we looked at a couple, but it wasn't an exhaustive search, and there was no purchasing of solar panels. We're just going to wait on it, and when the time comes, we'll pull the trigger on that. Okay,
and number two, the solar arch and dinghy davits.
Yeah, we were real lucky. We found Atkins and Hoyle. They're a family company, 40 years in the business, out of Ottawa, Ontario. Yeah. And they're going to do a semi-custom arch for us. Cavoo being a walk-around, as you know, it's kind of got a weird deck layout, and there's not a lot of real estate to attach an arch to. So I've got a lot of measurements to do. But here's Brian, and he'll tell you more about Atkins and Hoyle.
I think we found our arch.
Awesome. Hey guys, I'm Brian Atkins with Atkins and Hoyle Limited. We're a fourth-generation family business manufacturing our parts up in Ontario, Canada. I'm talking here with Dave and Patricia about 316 stainless arch for their Jeanneau boat. We're going to hopefully give them a customized design and get it to look good. We're going to tie their stern pulpit and their side rails right into the arch itself. I think they're going to appreciate that. It sounds like the stern rail's got a little bit of flex in it as it is, so we're going to strengthen that up by tying it into it. Our arch design is a little bit unique in terms of what's out there already. We've got castings, which joins all of our tubing together. Most other designers will weld their parts together, which can increase costs in terms of setting up jigs and all that kind of stuff. We've pre-designed castings that have got unique angles, 65 degrees on the front, 70 degrees on the back, which gives you, spreads the load out really nice. It also allows us to customize the design without having to, like I say, set up new jigs and worry about the extra expenses of that. So for Dave and Patricia, I'm going to get them to send me some dimensions of the width of the back of the boat and how far apart they'd like the foot centers, and then we can start designing it from there.
Sounds good.
You happy with that, babe?
Yes, I'm really happy we found these guys.
All right.
Okay, number three, lithium batteries.
Yeah, a lot of lithium batteries out there, a lot of batteries in general, and we decided to go with Dakota. They've got Cavoo has a battery bank that's 4 Group 31 batteries. They're lead acid. Dakota has a new battery that is a Group 31 size, but it's 280 amp hours each. So in the same real estate, we're going to have 1120 amp hours of batteries. So without having to alter anything or change the configuration, we can stay 12 volt, and we're just going to keep it simple. So here's Patrick with Dakota Battery. He's going to tell you more about it.
So how can you get 280 amp hours out of this Group 31 battery when your competitors are only getting 100 amp hours?
So in this battery, there's prismatic cells, and our competitors are using cylindrical cells. This battery and a couple of the other batteries are using cylindrical cells.
I think we found our lithium. Okay, and number 4, spare parts.
The Bolt Depot is there. Talk to them.
So we sell the kits. We sell them pre-assembled. You can buy them in metric or SAE on the website. In stainless steel, 18/8, 316, or 410. Or you can buy them empty as well and fill them with what you need from the website.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And I'll put a link in the description to their website. We didn't buy at the show, but we are going to use them to source it. Like I said, they've got 30 different kits, plus you can do a custom kit where you can basically design and put the bolts and nuts that you think that you are going to need. So we're going to kind of look around the boat and see what's most common, and try to put together a stainless bolt spare kit, so we have stuff in case something breaks or falls overboard.
Okay, and number 5, water maker.
A lot of water makers. A lot of them were, it's the same technology. Everybody's using pretty much the same technology. We saw one that had a hydraulic pump as opposed to just an electric high pressure pump. A lot of them are fancied up electrical. They got a lot of electrical valves.
Fancy boxes.
Yeah, boxes. We decided not to get one of those. We also decided not to get a portable because we feel like we're going to be using it a lot. You'd be pulling it out, putting it back, pulling it out. So SeawaterPro makes a very simple water maker, and it's modular, so we can fit it in the spaces that we have.
Yeah.
And parts are available off the shelf. And here's SeawaterPro to talk you through the process.
Okay, so the system starts from the strainer. The strainer is not included in the system. We start with the boost pump. We have a brushless, ceramic bearing, water-cooled, double-stage boost pump, which helps with when you have an air pocket. It helps push the air pocket, being that it's 2 pumps instead of just 1. We go from the boost pump to the pre-filtration. Here we go to a 5 micron filter and then to a 20 micron filter. Once we go and we capture all the floating debris from the water, we go to the high pressure pump, which takes the 10 psi up to 800 psi. From the pump, go to the first membrane, you separate the salt, and then in series we go to the second membrane, and then we separate salt again. Each membrane separates 20 gallons per hour. Together they make 40 gallons per hour of fresh water. And we have 2 outputs. This is a freshwater output that goes to the flow meter, and then it goes to your tank. And this is a high pressure hose that goes to the pressure regulator, which you adjust to 800 psi once. You don't have to mess with it again. Once you set it for 800 psi, you leave it at 800 psi, and all you do when you want to make water is turn on both switches. When you're done making water, turn off the switches and walk away. The rinsing timer takes care of the rinsing process automatically. There are check valves instead of manual switches, so the system in total is a fully automated system without any electronics, and takes care of itself just like one with a bunch of sensors and expensive, complicated electronics. It is one of the most reliable systems in the market right now, and we sell more water makers than anybody else right now.
Okay, number 6, monitoring and security. We forgot all about this one.
Yeah, and the show being as big as it is, it's easy to miss something.
Yeah.
Again, water and power were our 2 major concerns. Security's still there. The day before we left for Annapolis, I came out and I found two icy cups with residual icy in them. Had been slung over the fence and landed on the deck. I was able to clean it up, but you know, things like that you kind of want to
catch them.
Yeah, well, you want better eyes on the boat.
Yeah. Number 7, anti-fouling paint.
Yeah, Total Boat was one of the sponsors of the booth, and I think they're going to be able to help us out.
Yeah.
So we got to get back with them. We're hoping to haul out in December and probably put a new bottom on Cavu.
Okay, number 8, Scuba Gear. We're putting it on hold.
Yeah, Scuba Gear was something another thing we hoped for. We talked to Manus. They've got a nice little mini system that's easily storable on our boat. You know, we're worried about running out of space. A little mini compressor. We also looked at the Blue 3. They had a kind of a floating battery operated compressor and 40 feet of hose, so you can go down 30 feet. And it was kind of a neat setup, but I think we're going to wait till we get certified.
Maybe go on a scuba diving certification vacation?
Yeah, that might
rhymes.
be in the future.
Okay, number 9, sewing machine. We did stop by the Sailboat booth. They have great machines. However, I think we could probably find a used one.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the technology changes very much on these machines. So we may shop around for a used one. And again, it's not really a pressing issue right now.
And number 10, a Furler and sail.
Yeah, we've got a sail coming from Precision Sails. We got an A2 from them, so we have some downwind sails, and we were looking at either doing a sock, and we actually did get a sock, but we were thinking about the top-down furler, and after watching the demo,
we watched a Harkin demo and decided that looked complicated.
Yeah, I think I'd use the furler if we got a code 0, it'd be great, but and you know, the nice thing about it is if you had it, you could use it on either sail. But you know, just having the asymmetric, I think we're just going to stick with the sock.
All right, and we got some things that weren't on our list.
Yeah, well, you got a new bag.
Yeah, so I got a bag from Hugo for the cell phone, and it's really handy. It's waterproof and it floats.
Yeah, Hugo is another one of the sponsors of the YouTube booth, and we support them. We actually bought 2 more of these for our neighbors that took care of Finn while we were gone.
Yeah.
And they don't have a sailboat, but they got
jet skis, motorboats, live on the lake.
Well, they actually have 2 lake houses.
2 lake houses, yeah. So they need something like this.
They were very appreciative of it, and I think it's a great product. And we'll let them tell you about it.
So I'm one of the co-founders of Hugo Wear. We designed a whole line of dry bags that use a dry suit zipper. So that's our claim to fame. Our dry bag here is the Phone 2.0. What's nice, you can use your device right through it, so that's really nice. Inside, there's plenty of room for keys, cash, other devices, so it's kind of nice. You seal that up. It's airtight. You can see that with the bubble. And so there's no hesitation. They all float, but they're fully submersible for anything to touch. And we make tablet sizes as well.
Awesome.
HugoWear.com.
And another thing we got that wasn't on the list was a high output alternator from Beltran.
Well, it kind of goes along with the power and water equation that we're trying to solve. And if you put lithium on the boat, then you really need to change the alternator because the stock alternators are dumb. They're not really built for it. And we got a 250 amp alternator that will bolt onto our Yamar engine, and it's got a smart regulator that will sense the battery temperature, sense the alternator temperature, sense the voltage, and it will regulate the output accordingly so that you don't damage anything or overheat. The stock alternator came on the Yamar is 125 amp, and that's probably at full throttle. This Beltran, it makes 150 amps at idle. So when you think about leaving the dock and coming into an anchorage, you're going to have the motor on, and you might as well be capturing that energy into your battery bank, and that's what we're going to do. It's going to help us be more self-sufficient without having to rely on the genset. We'll let them tell you about it, but it's a great product, and we think it's going to work out for us.
Hi, I'm Tim Bach from Belmar at the Annapolis Boat Show, and we're talking about our XT250 alternator, which is giving you 140 amps at idle speed and 250 amps at full throttle. This is our latest new alternator. It was released last year, and this is perfect for large lithium banks, large AGM banks. We have all sorts of different mounts for different engines. This is coupled with our MC618 multi-stage regulator, which is essentially turning the alternator into a smart charging system. Exceedingly important if you're charging large banks, whether they be AGM or lithium, because we provide temperature feedback from the alternator to the regulator. So if anything gets too hot, we pare it down and make sure that your assets are protected. Also, this new product will integrate with the MC618 into our SG200 battery monitor, and you can see everything your charging system is doing on your smartphone. So a fully integrated DC charging network from Belmar.
Like I said, we've got all these projects to do, so there'll be more videos about it. So make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps us out. We did just pass the 1,000 subscriber mark, and we know from the analytics that most of you don't subscribe. So hit that subscriber button. It's free right now. We might, who knows, it might cost something in the future, but get in now while it's free. So make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.